let's take a look at how we multiply complex numbers in polar form. Now, without being in polar form, when you're going to multiply two complex numbers, it's like multiplying two variables, or excuse me, two binomials. So like, think about this. If you had 3 plus 5i times 4 plus 3i, you would just FOIL it out, right? It's actually, if you know the theta and the r, it can be easier than doing it in rectangular form, okay? So if you have polar form, we're going to follow this right here, okay? I'll talk about that second line in a little bit. Let's just run through it with what I have highlighted first. So here they're saying, hey, you have two polar complex equations, z1, z2, and multiply them. So we are going to first z1, z2. When we multiply them, it's r1 times r2. So there's my r1, there's my r2. So it'll be a 4 times a 2. And then we multiply it by the quantity cosine of theta 1 plus theta 2. Like so. Plus I sine of the same angle, which is 80 plus 145. Those are degrees. Okay, so we're going to get an 8 times the cosine of 225 plus I sine of 225. And we're done because technically that is the answer in polar form. Okay, so polar form. Now, if they want the answer in rectangular form, you just keep evaluating, right? We're just going to keep simplifying. So if we want to keep going, what is the cosine of 225 degrees? Well, hopefully you know your unit circle. It's down here. So negative root 2 over 2 plus I sine of 225 is also a negative root 2 over 2. And then we distribute our r. We will end up with a negative 4 root 2 minus 4 root 2i. I like to put the I in front of any radicals just so it's clear it's not underneath it. Okay, so that is the rectangular form for the complex number. Okay, now likewise for multiplying, we also can divide. Oh, you know what I said? I said I would talk about this. This notationally, some books use, some books don't. It means cosine of the angle plus I sine of the angle. So C is cosine plus I sine. So don't let it scare you. It's kind of just shorthand. Okay, so same and well similar here. When we divide two complex numbers, we divide the r's, and then we multiply by cosine of the two angles subtracted plus I sine of the two angles subtracted. And of course, this only works as long as your second complex number isn't 0, because if it is, you can't divide by it. All right, so doing that here, find the quotient. It's going to be z1 divided by z2. We're going to have a 2 over 4 times the quantity cosine of theta 1 minus theta 2. So 213 minus 33, both degrees, plus I sine of the same thing. 213 minus 33 degrees, like so. What does this mean? This means this is a 1/2 cosine of 0, 21 minus 3, 180, plus I sine of the same thing. Okay. And this would be the answer in polar complex form. Okay. If we want the answer in rectangular form, we just keep going with the math. Okay. Cosine of 180 is a -1. Sine of 180 is a 0. This will produce -1/2 plus 0. Done. So that's how we multiply and divide complex numbers in polar form.